Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you'll be able to see by the title, I'm going to be talking about my weight loss journey and giving guidelines that I took on how to lose weight. Now, you know, if you know me personally, then you know that I was a little bit on the chubby side of life before. If you didn't know me personally before, then I probably showed you a picture, or you probably heard me talk about it, or you just always see me in the gym now, so you just think I'm like a health freak. But no, the real reason behind that is because I used to be a little bit chubby, and about 2-3 years ago, I think, no, 3 years now, maybe 4 actually, I'm gonna say 3, just to be on the safe side. But about 3 years ago now, I lost a lot of weight. At my heaviest, I was 83 kilograms, and at my lightest, I was 65 kilograms. I can't do the maths right now, but it's about 20, I guess. I think it's not 20. It was only right. About 20 kilograms. I'm not sure what that converts to into pounds. What I want to start off by saying is that there are a lot of videos on YouTube that make it seem easy to lose weight, or give you a lot of quick solutions. But at the end of the day, if you want to actually lose the weight and maintain the weight that you keep off the weight that you've lost, then it's not going to be easy at the end of the day. Like, I've watched those videos, I tried all the fad diets in the world, it didn't work for me. The only thing that worked is what I'm going to talk about now, but unfortunately it does include diet and exercise. It just does. There's no way around it. But in this video, I'm going to tell you about ways that makes it a little bit easier to start your diet, or just things that I did to make it a bit easier for myself. Also, at the very end of this video, or maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, I might put it before I start talking about the weight loss or after, but I'm going to put in a few before and after pictures. Now, what happened is I lost my iPhone 5, which actually showed like the picture where I was in like a bra and knickers, like the actual before and after picture that like everyone takes. But I have a few pictures of where I was a little bit chubbier. Before I start as well, I do want to say that you might think that I wasn't that big, and because people sometimes do say to me, oh, you weren't that big, you weren't that big. But I feel like every chubby girl out there knows this, you dress for your size and you sort of get used to knowing how to hide your fat, if that makes sense. So in certain pictures I don't look as big, and also it was also a feeling, it was something that I wasn't happy with. When I looked in the mirror, I wasn't happy and I felt overweight. You know, do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, to each his own, but I lost 20 kilograms. It may not be big to some people, but it was big for me, and especially as I have quite a small frame as well, so it was pretty big. Okay, so let's get into the video. The very first step that I feel is the most important is to not tell anybody that you're about to start your weight loss journey. And I say that because when you tell people, it's almost like you've probably said it 1,000,001 times, like, oh, I'm going on this diet, I'm going on this diet, I'm going on this diet. So your friends with you, and they're not going to agree with you on the insecurities that you have. They're going to, as your friend, they're going to want to make you feel better. So they're going to say, you're not that bad, you're completely fine. So first of all, you won't get encouragement through that. In most cases, like in my case, none of my family are unhappy with their weight. It was just me, so I was the only one changing things. So it's like, and it's also around you. It's not like all your friends feel like they're bigger. Most of the times, like in my case, all my friends to me were all skinny and beautiful. So they're not gonna want to come to the gym with you. They're not gonna. Do you know what I mean? It's just gonna become an awkward thing. And instead of getting encouragement to do it, you're gonna, like, instead of seeking what I'm trying to say is that instead of seeking encouragement from your friends, you need to gain encouragement from yourself, from within, because it's a thing for you at the end of the day. It's about your self-confidence, and it's not for anybody else. And it also makes it that much better when 6 months down the line you haven't been telling anyone about anything. You just come in the room and everyone's like, oh my goodness, she looks so good, she looks so good, and you just feel like that's it. Because literally, that's what I did. Like, I didn't tell anybody. It's actually when everybody went off to university, and I remember one day I just put up a snap of my new body, and everyone was like, oh my goodness, you've lost so much weight, you look so good. And I was just like, yep. Do you know what I mean? It feels all that much better than you always talking about it, always putting it down everyone's throat. And if you you do give up for a little while, it almost feels like people are judging you. Whereas if you just keep it to yourself, you've only got to answer to yourself. So if you didn't go to the gym that one day, you only have to answer to yourself. It doesn't make you feel bad when people are like, oh, I think she's just going to the gym. No, you know, you answer to yourself, you tell yourself off, and then you get back on it. So keeping it as yourself, it's even good maybe just like putting a diary, you know, today I felt this way, today I felt that way, you know, but the most important thing is to make sure you hold yourself accountable and just make sure that, just gain the motivation, just gain the power from within. Buy something that you like have always wanted to wear. For me, that was jeans, like a pair of jeans. I didn't wear jeans up until like when I lost weight. I literally hated jeans because I didn't want to go into the stores because I felt like my thighs were too big, whatever jeans I bought. I also used to feel like they're obviously winding me up because I'm not this size. Like, what I did was I bought a pair of size 10 jeans from River Island, and I was like, by summer I've got to wear these jeans. And I don't even wear the jeans anymore because they're a really ugly pair of jeans. I didn't have any taste in jeans back then because I didn't have, you know, jean knowledge. Because I just wasn't, you can ask anyone who knew me when I was younger, I did not wear jeans. I hated jeans. I wore like things like leggings and more things like that, because to me jeans just made me look huge. So yeah, just buy something that's going to give you motivation. Every time you look at it, you're just like, listen. And also make it a little bit expensive. The jeans that I got were not that expensive. I was only £40, but I was like, I paid £40 for these pair of jeans. I'm gonna get in them for summer. I'm gonna have to be in them because I paid £40 for them, and it worked. You have to drink water. Now I know there's people out there that don't like water. They say they don't like water, and you know, they don't, it's not fun. I know there's people out there that say they don't like water, but at the end of the day, the taste of water is not as bad as the taste of looking at yourself in the mirror and not liking the way you look. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. It's not, so you're just gonna have to suck it up. And I know there's things that people do that they like infuse their water and all of that, but all of that, personally for me, when I was doing it, it didn't really taste any nicer. So you just have to drink the water, because when you start cutting out the fizzy drinks, when you start cutting out the juices, when you start cutting all of that, you're cutting out calories, you're cutting out extra calories that you don't need, and you're cutting out sugars and toxins that are in your body that immediately you start forgetting even the weight loss, you start seeing clearer skin, your skin gets softer. So just drink water, because what a lot of people don't know is that juices like that are not from concentrate, are not even real juices. So it's like you think you're getting vitamin C and all the rest of it, but you're really not. All you're drinking, all you're consuming is really sugar. And you know, once you start drinking the water, that's like the first step, because and it helps you to digest better as well. So just do the water, like just suck it up and start drinking water, because there's a lot of benefits, far better than even the weight loss dieting. Alright, so I'm from an African household. Rice and stew was my life. I'm gonna blame rice and stew for actually making me fat, because I used to literally be able to eat white rice and stew 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch and dinner. That was literally my life. J-rice is still probably my life. You know, it's carbs, chips, McDonald's is just, carbs are everything. Like, carbs are such a killer. And if you're from a Nigerian household, you know that there's like salt, so much salt in everything, you know, there's like so much carbs in the food. Okay, so let me just tell you, begin how I started. First of all, before changing my whole diet, I started by, for breakfast, I would just have a green smoothie. When I started with the dieting, I just started out changing things, and you know, like a lot of the videos I watch is just like, you have to make it your lifestyle. So just change 1 or 2 things, like white rice, swap it out for brown rice, because you can still have brown rice and stew, so you're not missing that when everyone else is eating. And for example, when you go out, like say you go to Nando's or you go to McDonald's, don't have like, because I felt like those were the inevitable, like being young as well, obviously we were going to go after school, we were going to go to places like McDonald's, or do you know what I mean? So don't have double the dosage of carbs. For example, if you get a burger, don't get chips, or if you get chips, don't get a burger. That's what I do now. Like, for example, when I go to Nando's, still to this day, I'll get a chicken Caesar salad or a chicken salad and with peri chips. So it's not, you're not having the carbs from the burger buns, the carbs from the chips, the carbs from, do you know what I'm trying to say? You just have one lot of it. And also, if you're gonna start with the salads, for me, I've just had to literally drown everything in hot sauce. Hot sauce is gonna save your life. So just start small and just work your way up and just change little things that eventually are gonna become big things. Also, I changed like milk. Milk is really fascinating, and also there's a lot of sugar in milk that you just buy from the normal like Asda or Sainsbury's or whatever. So now I drink almond milk, but I know some people don't like, or some people like got nut allergies or don't like the taste of it. But there's other like alternatives that you could go for. There's like goat's milk as well. I'm not sure what that tastes like because I've never had it, but I don't know. But there's alternatives is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to completely just be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat what I want to eat. You know what I mean? You can still have those things, but just change one or two things. For example, the rice and stew, change it to brown rice, or cereal if you're gonna have like Weetos or whatever. Instead of drinking it with full fat milk, drink it with almond milk or soya milk or goat's milk or whatever milk you decide. But just little things that will mix with the water. I'm telling you, you'll start seeing bigger differences. And if you start small, you'll be able to work your way up so that it becomes large, so that you are able to eat maybe a salad 3 times a day at the beginning of your weight loss journey. Because when you start seeing results, maybe you can, or when you get to the weight that you want to be, maybe you can restrict yourself. You don't have to restrict yourself as much, and you can actually start. You know, giving yourselves 1 or 2 things, which is what I do now. You know, I still eat whatever I want to eat, but I just have, you know, I just change up 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 small things to make sure that I'm not going overboard. It's oolong tea, it looks like this. To me, this is something that is worth the hype. It doesn't even have a hype, actually. Oolong tea doesn't have a hype, especially this food joint oolong tea. Let me tell you right now, this really worked for me. All those teas that those Instagram girls sell and things like that, I personally think they're rubbish, but then I haven't tried them, so I'm just talking on the top of my head. But this really did speed up the weight loss process for me. And let me just tell you, I found this years and years ago, and when I found it, nobody was talking about it. All the people that talked about it was on YouTube, and they're like mums and people that can't get in really that much exercise, and they all talk about this stuff and saying that it helps them lose weight. They drink 3 to 4 cups a day, and it really did work for me. I've seen Dr. Oz talk about it on Wendy Williams about 6 months-ish ago, and he's just talking about it now, but I've had this or known about this for years, and I haven't known about it through people talking about it on Instagram or people talking about it just to hype it up. It's literally through people like mothers and people like that who just share their story on YouTube. So I really do believe it works, and also I believe it works because I've used it and it really did help. Now it's not gonna, especially when I'm not sure how long it takes to work if you're not gonna exercise and do the rest of it, but when you're exercising, eating right, and then plus drinking this, you'll see the weight loss go. I feel like it's possible that you'll see results in the same way I did, like that. And it's not, when I say like that, I don't want to make it seem easy, but let me just tell you, I had lost about 10 kilograms-ish, or maybe like 11 to 12 kilograms if I lost this. And then I was coasting at the point where I found this, and literally once I incorporated this into my diet, that's when I really saw a quicker, and once I incorporated this into my everyday, that's when I saw quicker results in terms of losing the extra couple at the end. But it really does work. Just really do give it a try. I drink 3 to 4 cups. Sometimes I remember that I did go a bit overboard and I would drink like 5 to 6. But 3 to 4 really does work. So do get it. I got mine off eBay. I know they sell it on Amazon, but make sure that you get this particular one. It's called, this particular one, the brown one, and it's Food Joy. I'm telling you, this stuff really does work. Literally, go and look it up on just type it in on YouTube. I might leave some of the links that I use to help me to actually buy it. So I remember it was a lady, she like had a car crash, she was like, oh, I can't really exercise that much and this really has helped me lose weight. She just goes out for walks and things like that. It just speeds up the process. It doesn't, you might not ship the pounds just off doing nothing, but it does definitely speed up the process. And the reason I feel like it works is because it's not from people who are already skinny just holding up a bag of tea being like, oh yeah, this really helped me. No, it's from bigger people or people that have had children so their metabolisms are slow. Do you know what I mean? So just try it. I think it's about £30, but I'm not sure what it is now. It's about £30 when I got it. Just try it, I'm telling you, it will help you, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Exercise, go. Exercise. You're not gonna have all the stamina in the world from the beginning. And also, for me, I didn't want to go to the gym because I'm just like, even though this is a really stupid mentality now, because obviously there's all types of people in the gym, there's big people, there's small people, but for me, I was like, I don't want to go to the gym because everyone's going to just be thinking, run fat girl run, I just don't want to be in the gym, I don't want people to see me working out. So, you can do things at home. I'm going to put links in the description bar of home workout videos that I started off using, and I would do that. At first I started off with once a day, then when I got more stamina, more into it, I used to do it twice a day. But to just start off really small. You don't have to kill yourself running all the time, because for me, I know that I definitely couldn't run a mile when I started. I can run a mile now, but when I started working out, there was no way. And I have asthma as well, so unless I wanted to have an asthma attack on the road, there was no way in hell I could just go out and go for a run. I know people say that, but no, I can't. So I started off with these small little workouts. Then when I got a little bit smaller, I started going to the gym, and you know, I went from there, and now I'm a little bit of a gym. I think that's the common denominator of the whole weight loss thing, especially for me, is just start off small and work your way up to where you can do to work your way up to where you can do bigger things and just can push yourself a little bit more. Because it's something to help you along with the exercise. So for me, I bought a waist trainer, and I also bought this thing called ALBOLENE. This is what it looks like. And till this day, literally, before I exercise, what I do is I put the ALBOLENE on. You just rub it all over your stomach or in places where you want to sweat a bit more or lose a bit more weight. And you put a plastic bag over it, and you put, okay, well I go a bit overboard. You don't have to do this. You can just put the plastic bag over it and use what is it called? Like the belts. They're really cheap on eBay. They're about $2.99 to be honest with you, but you can get like just the waist belts things, and you put the weight. What I do, so okay, let me stop babbling. So I get the ALBOLENE. I rub the ALBOLENE all over my stomach because my stomach has always been my biggest area. I then put the plastic bag over myself and place it directly over my stomach. Then I put the belt on. I'm gonna call it the sweat belt on. And then I put my waist trainer over that. And when I'm working out, you'll sweat so much more around your stomach area, or the area that you do those steps in. Of course, you can just use the plastic bag and then put the sweat belt on, or you can just use the sweat belt by itself actually. But you'll find that you'll sweat so much more in that area. Like honestly, try it and you'll see the results. Like I kid you not, like it's really good. So the ALBOLENE, I'm gonna show it again one more time. This is what it looks like. I got mine off Amazon. Take a picture of yourself before, so you know where you started, so that like a month down the line you can say, oh look how, you know, when you compare the pictures, if you've actually been putting in all the work that you're supposed to do, there's no way you won't see results. And then you will see the results, and it will motivate you to carry on and to go further with what you want to do. And if you should decide to see the pictures of have pictures of other people or your goals that you want to look like, just make sure that you don't make that your everything, because it, you know, I don't know, other people's body doesn't always, you know, might not always look like that, but I do it. Look at my current display picture. This is my summer body goals. I'm not sure if it, oh no, it's my summer body goals. I'm not sure if it shows, but that
bring it closer. Went off.
The camera's gone off.
No, your phone went off.
This might not be a good idea though, because I don't want to put out there that you should be be envious of other people's bodies or whatever, because you know what I mean, you don't know what they're doing to get the body. They might actually make it work, they might just be doing surgery. So that might not be a good idea, but I'm telling you, before I'm artificial to yourself, that's definitely going to motivate you. That motivated me. Just know that you're going to mess up sometimes. Don't give up the first time that you have like a huge meal and you're like, oh my goodness, I've messed it all up. Or even if you go like a week and you've not done so well, just get back on track. Of course, don't have those weeks every week, but if you've had a bad week, a bad day, it's okay. Just make sure that, like I said in the beginning, just motivate yourself, tell yourself off and get back on it. One mistake does not mess up all the hard work that you've been going for from before. So just keep on going. You're gonna have bad days or cheat days that go on for too long. It's okay, and don't have cheat days. Please don't have cheat days. Have cheat meals. Have cheat meals, don't have cheat days, because that's gonna get you into a bad habit and then you're gonna do it tomorrow and do it tomorrow. But just when you have messed up, it's okay. Is what I'm trying to say. It's okay to mess up, you're human. So if you do eat a massive portion of J rice and chicken and all the rest that you shouldn't eat, you know, it's fine. Just pick up where you left off and keep on going. Don't give up on the first time, and don't give up on the second time, on the third time, on the fourth time. It's alright. Just make sure that you do remotivate yourself, and maybe you push yourself a little bit more to maybe work out twice instead of once, or you know what I mean, just to burn off the extra calories. It's alright. But mistakes will happen. You won't see results in 2 weeks. Give it at least a month, 2 months, 3 months, and putting all your energy into actually doing it for those 3 months. And to maintain the weight, it has to be small things and actual lifestyle changes. Like, I haven't stopped drinking almond milk. I haven't stopped eating brown rice. I haven't stopped eating brown pasta. But of course, now that I have I haven't still like my goal actually, but anyways. So now that I've got to a weight that I'm comfortable with, of course sometimes I do eat stuff that I shouldn't eat or are, you know, quite bad for you. But give yourself time to actually see results. Don't just give up after 2 weeks because you don't see anything. Try and give it a month, 2 months, even 3 months. Try putting all your energy into actually going hard and dedicating yourself to these 3 months or so of actually trying before you take another picture and look at your before and after. Don't give up after 2 weeks. Don't give up after a small period. Just keep on going. Eventually you will see results. If you keep trying, you will see results. There's no way, if you do the diet and exercise and everything else, you won't see results after a specific period of time. Do you know what I mean? But just don't give yourself a short period and then be like, oh, that's it, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do it no more because I don't see anything. 2 weeks is no time. A month is really no time. It's only 4 weeks. So please don't compare yourself with your skinny friends, because they have high metabolism, so they don't have to worry about eating and it staying with them. You know, they can burn fat really easily. Unfortunately, people like us that are on the chubbier side of life, we have slow metabolism, so we can't eat the same way that they can eat. You have to make sure that you just stick with it. Just because your friend's like, oh, of course you can eat this, stay focused, stay dedicated, keep on motivating yourself, and eventually you will see results. It's not going to be forever. And also, another thing I would say is, whilst you're working on your body, make sure you work on your confidence, because if you're not confident in yourself, if you don't get to a place where you can look at yourself and love yourself, even if you're not the biggest, even if you're not the smallest you can be, you're never going to be happy. Like, I still have to. Another thing I forgot to say, don't eat and sleep. Make sure there's about 2-3 hours before you sleep after you eat, because that makes you go a long way. But anyways, so I hope it works out for you, and I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.